Okay, this is order 40. There is a prep for order 40 video on my channel, which is pretty much 45 minutes of me installing some zip lines. This one, this one, this one, and most notably this stupid one up on the ridge, because I couldn't reach any of the others. Of course, that one I don't think was here. I changed my setting from share everything or share something to only some. I do recommend putting it, if you're going to do it this way, I recommend putting it on everything so that you can take advantage of other people's zipline structures. If you've spent any time in this mountain, you'll know that ziplining is the only way to travel. So I've set up zip lines to get to where we need to go, and then confirmed that existing infrastructure is going to get us up to Eastern Environmental Observatory, and then we can just go from there. We'll just fabricate a coffin and slide down and leave some PCCs along the way, leave some zip lines along the way. If you plan on 5-starring this guy, we're going to take some PCC2s with us so that we can set up a zipline route to his place and back again and stuff. So we'll see how this goes. But if you don't have zip lines in set up when you've pulled up this video, or you want to know how I set up mine, or you want to see me falling and hurting Lou and and swearing a little, the other video's up there. It's numbered 46, I think, the one right before this one. This will be 47. So feel free to check that out, because zip lines are really the only way to go in this mountain. So, all right. Okay, we're gonna take the zip lines up over to like this area, and we're gonna hit that zip line, it's somebody's, and then we're gonna come in over here, and then we're gonna stealth the BT area until we hit another zip line that's gonna take us, the route's gonna take us all the way up to Eastern Environmental. And then, is that mine? I thought I had one. I want to get rid of. Here, this one's blue. That one's mine. Oh, I can't get rid of it. Okay, and then we're gonna coffin, well, at least to here at least. And then the coffin won't work until we get in here, but at least we'll have it. And then I'll probably set up, we'll hit a zip line like on the way down, and we'll just do it. And I don't think I'm taking anything with me. Anything we need is going to be gotten at the environmental terminal.
Very impressive work, Sam.
Okay, now it is the start of day. The BTT area is going to darken it, but hopefully it will lighten back up. After we get out of there. Okay. We're going to that lower building, sort of just above his feet. Well, it's now covered in cloud, but... Let's go to 59. 1 point's one way off, and 1 point's the other way off. Which is why there's to... Okay. Now, depending on where your zipline infrastructure lets you off, we're going right there, but I'm going to take this one up, and then I was hoping to get a little closer. That zipline is actually a little closer than this one that I jumped off of, but you can only jump for a little while. There's a lower edge to climb up on around this corner. I want to say it's on the north side, but I don't think this ridge or this valley goes. I think it's technically west, but I'll pull it up on the map when we get there. I can't even tell if I'm boosting or not. There we go. Right here. So if you come up on this side, it's really easy to climb up. You can't really get up here around the other sides. Alright, third one, where are you? There you are. Did I just pick this one up? No, not this one.
Okay. Covered everything then. Great. Let's get it delivered.
So we're gonna head down this way. I should have reminded you to bring blood bags, because we are going to use the boomerang probably. He is going to lose so much stamina crouching in this. I hate that cargo is there. Alright, hold my breath. And then a prompt will pop up. Eventually. There it is. Jeez. Get moving. That's how you kill a red one. You do not equip your boomerang, it's just a prompt. It's just a straight up prompt. Alright, let's continue this way. Trouble with staying up in the edges is his stamina's gonna... But we just have to get to past the bridge, so past that building right there. You probably don't have the bridge in yours. I'll go ahead and kill this one too. Hold breath. There are a lot of ones here. You can drive the tri-cruiser through. I did it, and even when they they come up in the tar, catches you, you can actually drive out of it. But you do end up sort of ultimately damaging the cargo, or at least I did. So I didn't feel like that was actually a viable way to do this. Aeronautical engineer will upgrade the boomerang for you so that you can take these guys out in one hit. I don't remember what star it is. I'll look it up as soon as I get this guy. Hang on 1 second. I'll put it in the description too. That's the same model from the factory. You can tell because he doesn't have the same umbilical cord trailing. So he has that shorter one off his stomach. I think he doesn't have that long trailing one. If you go after that model, you have to hit him right in the umbilical cord, or he just gets mad and chases you. Let's see here. Aeronautical engineer. Star 2. So it's a pretty easy upgrade for the boomerang. That's another, I think, factory model. It's hard to tell when all you can see is the top of them, but the chest and head look right. There, that's him again. Memory serves. There were ones near the bridge too. I'm cutting through here. Yeah. And it's the same guy. Alright, we're gonna get rid of... And that baby. Get rid of that baby. So we're currently a little boxed in here. Okay, so this model that doesn't have the trailing umbilical sort of things, you have to hit him in the actual umbilical cord. That's like, if his back is to me, it's like right there. And you may have to hit him twice. So definitely do not just like take off. See how it does. Oh, I got him. Okay. Because sometimes if you're off like even a little bit, you'll have to get him twice. Which is doable because he doesn't come at you as fast. He's more of a swinger. Like he swings his arms at you, towards you really. But he's worth taking out because of all of this stuff. So here's him again. See how he doesn't have the trailing? I call him the factory model because this is the guy that was in the factory in the desert. Aim for the umbilical cord level. And then start to build up again immediately, just in case. Only just. Alright, let's get out of here. They're everywhere in here. That's him again. Instead, we're gonna go get this guy. Move this way. Why is the music getting louder? Just to freak me out. Hold your breath. I'm really hoping the camera doesn't... There we go. There's our zip line. So we are really close. To getting out of here. Go away, baby. Get us up to the environmental, Eastern Environmental. There we go. Right straight into the cloud cover. That zip line and then up. There we go. There's Eastern Environmental. We're gonna stop in and pick up a couple of more.
Be careful out there.
Do I have the face mask on? Face mask. If you don't have a zip line right here, it's a good place for one. Alright, hang on. Let me save so that I can reload. So that the music doesn't play, but I still get game sounds. Oh, let me put the face mask on. Alright, we're just gonna grab a couple of PCC2s so that we can set up, and a coffin so that it's be easier to traverse the area. Fabrication. Yes, please. Hopefully 2 will be enough. If not. Backpack. Do that till we get down there, else I'm just gonna ram everything. Okay, grip for balance. Now we are going there. And unfortunately, he's like 400. Oh, not unfortunately, because we have that. Okay, good. Alright, let's get going a little bit. Right. I am going to do the first zip line by his place so that I can make sure there's no obstructions and stuff. 208. Alright, well that was good enough for right now. You can come with us because you're going to get hooked up in a second. I actually am boosting. It's because of the snow. Okay, I'm gonna hold on to that just for reasons. We're gonna turn in just the order 40. Chiral shock cannon. Weapon that fires chiral particles at a special wavelength. Firing the cannon consumes chiral crystals. Although extremely noisy, the chiral particles can penetrate walls to knock human targets unconscious and inflict significant damage on BTs and mechs. Cannon's powerful recoil means it must be fixed in place before firing. And then the music. Hope Feet by Denise Sherwood.
Now displaying your current order grade.
And now I'm finally online. Accordingly, I was able to analyze the cargo you just dropped off. Seems it was developed with the aid of an unknown technology, which I've taken to calling ghost tech. From what I can tell, it reacts to chiral radiation on a specific wavelength. The reason I mention it is because the chiral shock cannon data I shared with you is the product of research that leverages this principle. The chiral radiation it generates can pass through objects without destroying them. Practically speaking, this means you can incapacitate enemies hiding behind walls and such. It should also deal damage to BTs and mechs as well. It's pretty powerful as far as ranged weapons go. You can't use it without anchoring it to the ground first, though. Makes a lot of noise, too. Gotta think before you fire. You know, even I've heard stories about Higgs and his plans. So if the chiral shock cannon helps you stop him, that'll make my day. And if you can deliver my research data to South Fort Knott, you should be able to get some new and improved tech to help you out. There's a lot of other folks on this mountain doing specialized research. If you bring them onto the chiral network too, I'm sure they'll hook you up with all kinds of goodies. I came here with the advance expedition, actually. Tag along with this one researcher. I guess you could say we were like mentor and student. Can't go anywhere without tripping over stranded cargo in these parts, you see. The stuff we found was like nothing we'd ever seen before. Invaluable materials for our scientific pursuits. So, when my mentor was about to leave for South Fort Knott, I realized that I wanted to stay put. I thought that if I got this place on the chiral network, I'd be able to share future discoveries made here much more easily. Moving forward, I expect that my efficiency will increase substantially, allowing me to be of greater use to you and others. Well, I'm familiar with the tar therapist, at least. He's researching potential applications of the stuff as a healing agent. While his specialty is medicine, he's also well-versed in various tar phenomena. If all that sounds interesting, it might be worth seeking him out. However, it doesn't seem like he's posted any urgent orders recently. So I'd say your best bet is to find cargo that didn't make it to him and try to deliver it to his shelter yourself. It's entirely possible he might be able to offer you things neither one of us can possibly imagine. It fires a focused bolt of chiral radiation generated on a very specific wavelength. Packs a powerful punch, and is perfect for incapacitating distant enemies. It's also great against mechs. Even the ones with thick armor should take significant damage from it. Hell, this spectrum of chiral radiation is also proven to be effective against BTs. Its size does make it a touch unwieldy, but it's simply one of the most devastating ranged weapons there is. If you can get South Fort Knott onto the chiral network, I should be able to share the data for this valuable technology with them. They've got some quality facilities of their own, you know. Bet they could use them to make you something even more impressive.
Okay.
Thanks again. You've been a big help. Definitely couldn't have managed this on my own. I'm still concerned about the armed survivalists to the south of here, not to mention Higgs and his future plans. So I'll be rooting for you to keep on doing what you can to make things better for us all. I don't know if I can come up with anything else to help with that, but I'm willing to give it a try. Your support would be appreciated too. Anyway, I'm prepping some cargo I'd like taken to South Fort Knott. You're headed that way, right? Be warned that this cargo can explode if handled improperly, and should be considered extremely dangerous. So if and when you take this main order, handle it with the utmost care. Good luck with everything. I'll see you around.
Sam, apologies for the sudden call. Once again, I'm contacting you via our dedicated private line. No one else will be able to listen in on our conversation. I'll get to the point. has Charlie ever behaved in a manner you felt was suspicious? I ask because his credibility, as routinely calculated by APAS, appears to have dropped sharply. Despite attempting to confirm his credentials via the UCA's National ID Registry, it does not appear anyone has ever actually met the man. It may well be the case that he does not even exist. A ghost, so to speak. I can only hope that my suspicions are unfounded. For now, Sam, proceed to South Fort Knott and put it on the chiral network as planned. It is imperative that we improve the DHV Magellan's capabilities to better contend with Higgs and his forces. And the sooner we connect all of Australia to the network, the better. When you are ready to proceed, you can pick up your next main order from the delivery terminal at this facility.
Order completed. Well done.
Okay. There it is. It's an extra large size. 11 pounds. Wow. But I suppose you're only carrying it for a little while if you know you're going to use it. But I might do a video about the cannon. Not tonight because I think it needs to be used in specific areas. But if I do a chiral shock cannon video, I'll put a link to it in the description eventually. So, there we go. And we made it.